Let me specially welcome you to this session and presentation, simply titled The Borderless Skills Education That Pays and Transforms. Borderless Skills Education That Pays and Transforms. This topic was part of my presentation at the UN Day of Education that was observed in Accra, Ghana, Republic, where I was invited as a guest speaker to talk on redesigning, rethinking education that transform Africa. And I want to especially thank them for that thought. There's need for us to rethink and design our education if Africa and the world must move forward. Don't forget, there's this statement that says by a legend, for a man to live in poverty when right in his doorstep is gold, it indicates an unintelligent approach to life. Gold on the doorstep, but the man is living in poverty. It indicates an unintelligent approach to life. Truly, according to Professor Walter Williams, a professor of economics at George Mason University, USA, he said, in terms of natural endowment, Africa is the richest continent in the world, highly endowed, above every other continent in terms of water, land mass, mineral resources, natural deposit, forests, sand, human race population, but still the poorest. Our approach definitely must be changed. I know people have attributed African backwardness to leadership failure, corruption, which are true. But the greatest factor to me is our educational approach. Until we change our way of education, it may be very, very difficult to progress. I happen to be one of the guest participants at the WISE World Innovation Summit for Education in 2017 at Accra, Ghana. And it was clearly told that Africa is backward because the world has moved forward in terms of digital education. Why Africa? We are still analog. The same classroom, the same method of teaching, the same subject, and we think of getting different results. Have you forgotten what Albert Einstein said? Albert Einstein said, for you to keep doing a thing the same way, year in and year out, and expect a different result, he said it is madness. Friends, let's think about it. We have tried, but Africa is still like going backward. So we must look at what is wrong. The greatest dimension to me is our educational approach. So that's why I'm looking at the borderless skill education that pays and transforms. Education, as you have been told, or as we are aware, is acquisition of information, knowledge, in terms of character that transform character, and equipped with skills to sustain. Now the question is, why is our youth calling to the education as a scam? No, they are no more reading. They are no more interested in education. Why? The education the older generation have acquired, they have seen that it has not benefited themselves, benefited their families, or the environment, the world. So they are now thinking of going to rather going to school. They are going to vices, yahoo, fraudsterism, and they are saying education is a scam. No, we can't continue like this because it's going to be dangerous in the next future. if this thing is not reversed. So we must think of how we can redesign our education to be borderless, skill, and transforming. What am I trying to say? The education any individual acquire must pay that person in terms of means of livelihood, food, clothing, housing, and income. Yes. For instance, I have been mentoring a lot of youths on this system of education for some time, and I've experimented it. I know that it's working. I have some case studies as evidence. There's this young graduate I mentored who graduated in one of the universities in Nigeria, from Delta State University. Immediately she finished, I said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "I'm going to practice that thing you taught us." She read medical biochemistry, but now she's practically teaching online, deploying knowledge, going to schools, giving them special skill on science, on STEM education. She innovated on STEM education, and she's making a living. That's education that pays. There is this other young child I've mentored right when they were secondary school, through primary school, secondary school. Today, they just entered the university. And you may not be surprised to hear this. As I speak now, they earn decent means of income to support their education legitimately. Through what? Through digital entrepreneurship, creating of website, blog site, social media, digital marketing of substance, social media influencing. And they are earning extra income without joining their mate into Yahoo and all those stuff. That is education that pays. More than that, there are other cases which I can point out, which I've mentored through this education that pays and transforms. That education should not only pay the individual, must lead to transformation in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The education should empower that person to transform the earth, to be an actor in terms of social, economic, and environmental transformation, which means the education has contributed to the transformation of the earth. That is the education that pays and transforms. For it to be so, it must be skillful. It must be borderless. That is applying the digital aspect into education. So we must look at this thing and look at the areas we need to concentrate our effort on if education must pay and transform. So we can consider 5 points, 5 areas that are relevant right now for the 21st century educational setting. Education that provides solution to the 21st century challenges of our world, challenges of COVID-19, challenges of climate change, challenges of conflict and crisis. These are challenges facing our world, coupled with poverty, hunger, extreme hunger, flooding, disease. There are enough challenges that our education is supposed to provide solution for, and that is the tenet of the UN Sustainable Development Goal, SDG, the global goals. So what are we to consider here? First, if education must pay and be skillful, we must think of the skill of the brain, of the mind. Yes, the mind, the brain, without it being properly taught, inculcated how to discover and use it. According to philosophers, scientists, psychologists, they said any human being that lives without discovering the PFC, the center, the prefrontal cortex center of the mind, and using it, the person will live and die like an animal. There's no amount of education, PhD, master's, first degree, secondary school, whatever, if the mind is not properly discovered and used, in addition to the study, the person will live and die like an animal. No wonder a lot of graduates here and left, right, all over our university. Today, they cannot translate, they cannot think creatively because the mind was not inculcated. Once a while, I was at one of the Nigerian universities, and I asked the professor that was moderating the session on the UN Day of Education, where I was invited to speak. And I said, Prof, why is it that the subject of the brain is not taught properly to our students? Those studying engineering, those studying physics, sciences, so those studying linguistics, economics, management, they are supposed to be taught about the use of the brain. Even right from secondary school, primary school, but the brain is not taught. So how can we progress with our education? For that reason, I've made a personal research, and I've come up with this, The Economy of the Mind. This book, The Economy of the Mind, has been interpreted into virtually all languages of the earth. You Google it in Amazon, you will see it there. It can also be delivered through your soft copy by your email. Now, this book teaches how to harness, how to discover and use the human mind, the PFC, into action and turn knowledge into creativity, turn information to creativity. Every student, every child, even professional, everyone needs it. The mind must be harnessed before we can think of education that pays and transform. Secondly, we must think of green technology, because the earth is crying today. There's crisis of climate change. Why? Because the earth is diverse. So in one of my presentations to the Nigerian Academy of Science, NAS, in their third National Scientific Conference, I highlighted some of the green technology that we need to teach in our universities that can transform both the individual and the earth. And what are they? These are just a summary about some of the things I highlighted. And these are some of the things we are teaching in Hetaba Skill Academy for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Skill like horticulture, ornamental plants production that can help the earth, floriculture, flower production, pomology, fruit production, olericulture, vegetable production, pharmacology, that is permaculture, how to prepare the land for sustainable agricultural farming, greenhouse farming, aeroponic, soilless farming in aeroponics, hydroponics, aquaponics, heliculture, snail farming, aquaculture. These things can be practiced and can help the earth by any student. So all they need to do is to design these courses, which we have already, into the study, their practical areas, into the study of any field. And by the time the student passed out from the school, he or she can deploy these techniques and be empowered and also transform the earth. This thing we have tried to formulate the virtual to physical organic gardening. What do we mean? We encourage people, we design virtual farm on the air where people sell and promote organic products, seedlings, and translate same into gardening around their homes. And before you know it, they are earning income virtually and they are earning income on the ground, which also help the earth, planet Earth, to solve the problem of climate change and economic, social development of the world. So it is real, and any school, any primary, secondary school, university can develop this curriculum which we have prepared, and they are working. Not only that, apart from the brain, apart from the green technology, we also think, and very, very essential right now in our world, is the digital skills, digital technology. Our world has become, it's now a global village. We are now in a new normal, in a new era, where the digital technology, because the world progressed from the early man to the Stone Age, from the Stone Age to the agricultural age, from the agricultural age to the industrial age, from industrial, the world moved to the marketing age, from the marketing, that is network marketing, from there to the computer age. From the computer age, the world moved to the ICT digital. From the digital right now, the world has moved and is keep progressing. We are now in the era of artificial intelligence, coding, app, animations, automations, These are progress that are being made in the world, and our youths, our students need to be inculcated at any level with these skills to make them universally relevant. They can be at home, at school, and they can earn decent, read, deploy the digital, read, learning, working, and earning. And I've given you some example right now of youth I have mentored. So in this regard, we see that ICT and digital technology, entrepreneurship, education need to be inculcated. Yes, we need also to inculcate the study of coding, stem cell, and game development in our youths, because those are the relevant things right now. We need also to teach them digital writing and publishing. Yes, any field, any student of any subject, any graduate of any field can write and publish online. For instance, if you Google my name, Dr. Amos will be on Amazon, you will discover that I have over 80 books published on different subjects: digital technology, um, the brain, leadership, entrepreneurship, and all that. They are there. So any student, any youth, any professional can be taught, and that can create a means of employment. Okay, while they are schooling and even after schooling. Not only that, we think about website and blog site creation and promotion. Yes, that is exactly what those my young kids, youth have the method they are doing. See, these are legitimate things that can equip them. E-commerce, entrepreneurship, digital entrepreneurship, digital marketing. I have also a book on digital marketing, which have also been translated to virtually every language of the earth. So these materials, these are subjects that need to be inculcated in our youth. Graphic designing, freelancing, as a professional of any field, as a carpenter, as a welder, as a lawyer, as an accountant, English student, whatever, you can become a freelancer, trading with your skill online, and people are ready to hire you all over the world, but people are not aware. Then e-consulting entrepreneurship. I'm an e-consultant. I do a lot of things for companies all over the world, right from my comfort of my table, my home. So students need to be taught how to become e-consultant. Then digital marketing, affiliate marketing. Then YouTube has made it easy for you to create short videos and make money. But our youth are not aware, students are not aware. So every school, whether they at the university level, secondary school, they need to be inculcated with these relevant handy skills. The brain, the skill of the brain, the green, the digital, and soft skill like management, time management, leadership, relationship, socialization. Some of those soft skills need to be incorporated with relevant practical technical skills. When the things are properly blended, combined, you have empowered the student to start earning, number one, then making him or her to be relevant to the society, transforming the earth. This is what we need right now, and that is exactly what we do in Hetava Skill Academy for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And we are ready to partner with any system, any institution in the world, anywhere you are. Our program, which have been endorsed by the UN system, the UN Sustainable Development Solution Network, has endorsed our system, our course on this to be replicated universally by universities so that we can solve the problem of climate change, poverty, hunger, injustice. So our advanced professional diploma is available for individuals as educators, as students, institution free. It is also hybrid, online and offline. It can be acquired by any person to upgrade your skill to the 21st relevant education that is borderless, that pays and that transforms. This our program has also been properly accredited by the Skill Development Center in Canada. So our skill, our training is global, is universal, and that is education that pays and transforms. So we are giving an example, we are showing an example of the world. So we welcome your partnership to come along with us. You can sign up for our certification, for our training, for our sharing of ideas and curriculum at WhatsApp number plus 234 80 308 99694 plus 234 80 308 99694. Dr. Amos Obi is my name. I'm the principal innovator of the Head of Our Skill Academy for innovation and entrepreneurship. Here, as you can see, our various things we have designed that can empower. The practical example demonstrating this concept are here in partnership with various institutions, then our digital classroom and all that. So there are our patent license for some of our invention, because we don't only teach, we research and teach and produce, and we have invention, including fish feed and others. Our write-ups are there for partnership. The Head of Our Skill Academy is a universal educational system you can acquire. You can get these skills and be empowered so that you can be an actor, the solution provider for the earth and humanity. Thank you so much and welcome. We hope to hear your comments, your questions, your observation, and area of partnership. Anywhere you are in the world, the environment is not a limitation at all. We are talking of borderless skill education that pays and transforms. Thank you so much. Welcome. We hope to hear from you soon about what we can do together for our earth. All our partners that have been partnering with us, universities, technical schools, secondary schools, a lot of people are already benefiting. So individuals can benefit. As an individual, you can sign up. As a group, you can sign up. You can hold seminars on this in your community, in your school, in your country, anywhere in the world. We are ready for your partnership. Thank you so much and welcome. Bye.